Canada didn't lose to Qatar last night. They won 6-0, and somehow that's the worst result of their tournament so far. Here's what actually happened. Canada beat a 9-man Qatar team 6-0. That's not a typo, 9 men, 2 red cards. Jonathan David got a hat trick. It should have been a victory lap. Instead, the only thing anyone's talking about is Ismael Kone getting stretchered off with a broken leg after a tackle that got upgraded to red on review. Bone snap audible from the bench. Kone is Canada's double pivot. He's the engine, and he's gone. Same night, different story. The USA loses Christian Pulisic to a calf injury hours before kickoff, and you'd think that's a disaster, right? Their best player ruled out cold. Instead, the USA beats Australia 2-0 and clinches a knockout spot like nothing happened. Ricardo Pepi steps in, gets it done. And over in Spain's camp, Lamine Yamal, arguably the best 18-year-old on the planet, is telling reporters himself that it's too early and unnecessary for him to play a full match. Spain isn't losing him to injury, they're choosing to hold him back, on purpose, before they even need to. 3 teams, same 24-hour window, 3 completely different relationships with depth. And that's the actual story here. Not the scoreline, not the brawl, not even Kone's leg on its own. It's what each of these moments reveals about who's actually built to survive a World Cup. Let's start with Canada, because this is the one that should worry you if you're a Canadian fan. Kone isn't just a name on the team sheet. He's the guy who lets their fullbacks push forward, who covers the space their attacking mids leave behind. You take him out, and Canada's whole defensive shape has to be rebuilt on the fly, in a tournament they're co-hosting, with the pressure of a home knockout run sitting on their shoulders. And here's the part nobody's saying out loud. There is no like-for-like replacement on that bench. Nathan Saliba scored a nice free kick after coming on. Great moment, real feel-good story, but a free kick isn't a system. It's not the same as having a true second pivot ready to slot in and do Kone's job for the next month. Now, compare that to the USA. Pulisic goes down, and the result doesn't even wobble. Why? Because Pochettino's been building this squad assuming someone would get hurt eventually. That's not luck, that's planning. Pepi's been getting real minutes all tournament. When the moment came, the system didn't need Pulisic to function. It needed a plan, and they had one. And then there's Spain, who were playing this whole thing on easy mode by comparison, because they're not even waiting for a crisis to manage their depth. They're managing it preemptively. Yamal himself is the one pumping the brakes. That's a team secure enough in its squad that their best young player can say "not yet" out loud 3 days before a group game, and nobody panics. So here's the pattern. Depth isn't about who's the most talented team on paper anymore. It's about who already has a plan for the moment talent gets taken off the field. The USA had one. Spain's building one before they even need it. Canada didn't, and they found that out live on camera with the whole tournament watching. So here's my call, and I want you to remember this one. Canada does not win Group B outright. They drop points against Switzerland in the final group game, not because Switzerland's better, but because Canada physically cannot replicate what Kone gave them, and it shows up in midfield turnovers before it shows up on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, the USA and Spain keep rolling into the knockouts, looking stronger for having already been tested, not weaker. Now, what would prove me wrong? Somebody on that Canadian bench, Saliba or even a tactical switch from Marsch, actually steps up and replicates what Kone brought defensively, not just offensively. If that happens, fine, I'll eat it. But based on what I watched last night, that's the exception, not the bet. This is the storyline to watch for the next 2 weeks. Not who's the most talented team left, but who actually built a plan B before they needed one. Drop your prediction for Canada's final group match in the comments, because I don't think they win it outright, and I want to see who agrees with me. Next up, watch what Spain does with Yamal's minutes against Saudi Arabia, because that decision tells us everything about how seriously they're taking this depth question.